Vice Admiral A.K. Chawla, Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief, officers, sailors, and civilians of the Indian Navy, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to everyone. I deem it a proud privilege to address the officers of Indian Navy on Navy Day 2020. My heartiest Navy Day wishes to officers, sailors, and civilians who proudly serve the Indian Navy, which is one of the strongest naval forces in the world. The celebration of Navy Day calls to mind that brilliant Karachi action on 4th December 1971, when our Navy sank 4 Pakistani vessels and covered the Bangladesh sea route so well that nearly 93,000 enemy soldiers had no option but to surrender. This year, the golden jubilee of that glorious victory, and so Navy Day 2020 is truly special for all of us. The growth of Indian Navy in recent decades has been marked by a vigorous spell of modernization and expansion. Today, our second aircraft carrier, INS Vikrant, has completed its basin trials and is ready for sea trials. We have launched the 5th of our 6 Scorpene-class submarines. After INS Arihant, our second nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarine, INS Arighat, is ready for service. More importantly, the mission deployment has ensured a formidable and permanent presence of Indian Navy in 7 key areas of the Indian Ocean. As a result, our Navy has become a savior to many nations in times of natural disasters. The Navy's commitment to women empowerment is evident in the induction of women into the force. I am glad that our women officers are doing the Navy and India proud through their stellar performance. The Green Initiative of the Navy has created greater awareness among people about the need to keep our waters and coastal areas clean and unpolluted. Seeing all these developments, I feel that through Indian Navy, we have recovered our preeminence in the maritime sector. As we all know, India's tradition in maritime activities dates back to the Indus Valley civilization. Later, the Maurya period had utilized a naval force to supervise the ships and trade. But in the medieval period, the Mughals tended to ignore the importance of sea power in the security of the nation, and even the members of the royal household and court who went for pilgrimage travelled under the security of European powers. The Mughals wielded influence and power on the coast but not on the sea, and the result was that our sovereignty over blue waters was compromised. But after independence, India started building and strengthening our navy, and in 1971 war, our naval forces came out with shining colors and regained its glory, which we had lost during the course of history. The oceans have fascinated mankind throughout history. Poets have marveled at its murderous innocence. Novelists have hailed the tranquil beauty and brilliancy of the ocean's skin, and thinkers believed that in civilizations without boats, dreams dry up. Today, for bright youngsters, Indian Navy offers an ocean of opportunities. The pride of working in the Navy is matchless, and all of you and your family members are fortunate to enjoy that pride. I recall what President John F. Kennedy of the US wrote in 1963 when asked what he is most proud of. He said, "I stick out my chest, hold my head high, and state proudly I served in the US Navy." Equally or even more endearing is what the mother of a Navy man once said, "Some people look up to their heroes. I gave birth to mine." Every mother who has sent her son or daughter to the Indian Navy would be enjoying such pride. On Navy Day, let me assure you that Mother India is proud of you and grateful to your services. Let me conclude by wishing Indian Navy and its personnel success in all its endeavors. Sham no Varuna, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavanti, Nanni Jai Hind.